Let us talk about faith. And the reading would come from Genesis chapter 22, verse 1 to 19. Fellows, we demonstrate faith just by the fact that we are involved in any recovery program from our pitfalls or our failures, or we are praying and fasting, looking for a brighter future. If we didn't have faith in the promise of a better future for ourselves and our family, we wouldn't put ourselves through the hard work and pain involved in any recovery program of prayer and fasting in search for better plans and the future in our lives. But as time passes, we may grow discouraged at the length of the process in praying and in waiting upon God. We may have our spirits dampened by the ups and downs along the road, feeling our faith ebb more often than flowing. Actually, some people report instant release from their addictions or from their problems, but most of us, it will take faith and patience to inherit the promise of a new life. The writer of Hebrews wrote and said, "You will follow the example of those who are going to inherit God's promises because of their faith and endurance." For example, there was God's promise to Abraham. God took an oath in his own name, saying to him, "I will certainly bless you and I will multiply your descendants beyond number." Then Abraham waited patiently and he received what God had promised. And this is found in Hebrews chapter 6, verse 12 to 15. The entire story of Abraham's life can be found in Genesis chapter 11 through to chapter 25. But here, fellows, the key point to consider here is that Abraham waited 25 years to see the promise fulfilled. And as he waited, there were times when he showed impatience. At one point, he actually took matters into his own hands, having a son by means of a second wife. And that created a lot of problems. At times, he probably wondered if he had ever really received the promise at all. You've ever wondered sometimes whether you heard God clearly? He even laughed in disbelief when he was told the promise was soon to come about. But in the end, he did receive the promise. And at the end of his life, the Lord had blessed him in every way. That's what Genesis 24 verse 1 says. But you see, fellows, my encouragement to you is that let's keep holding on to the promises that we have received from God. The fact that recovery or standing up from a fall or praying and holding patience until you find what God is in store for you, that the fact that it usually takes a lot of time doesn't mean that our faith is in vain. Actually, we need to keep on holding until God comes through. Pray for yourself to get up and keep on going until you see whatever promise you are praying for is fulfilled. For God is not slack in promises as men are, but he would like every person to come to find the genuine truth and a blessed life. Have a blessing upon you.